welcome to the Age of Listening channel. Today I am looking at the air signs. I'm going to do a general now for all of the sort of the air atmosphere, and then I will be time stamping and doing the separate Gemini, Aquarius and Libra readings. So I did actually do your oracle cards here, then the battery went and I left it for several days because I had to do editing of the others. So I left it here so we could get back to it. The three cards for love and to general is play, have fun and celebrate this month for May. Don't be too serious. And I know that for air signs you can tend to lean on the serious side. You too tend to be I know that you would say you were quite laid back, but actually, you know, it's all about the heads, it's all about the swords, it's all about thinking, because I know you never stop. So have fun this month. And I looked for positive aspects in every experience. This is the Esther Hicks. Within every particle of the universe is that which is wanted and lack of it. So you have wanted and then lack in our mind. By looking for the positives of whatever you're giving your attention to, you're maintaining your connection to well-being. Because emotional, spiritual, physical well-being, if we're constantly concentrating on the positives of life, and it's asking you to actively go out and look for that positive aspect, as well as going out there and making positive choices as well, so that you can sit in appreciation. I was asked by my guide to actually pull one from my romance oracle angel deck, and it doesn't always say things about partnerships, it's just about love in general. Gifts from God. We angels bring you gifts from your creator. Open your arms to receive. And out of all of the different signs that I've done today, yours is by far the most positive and asking you to be positive that I've seen so far. So let's see this as a sign of good things to come. So I'm going to do, with the other cards, I actually chose this. I can't actually remember what it's called now, but it's very Art Deco deck. And let's look, these have been shuffled within an inch of their life already, but we'll just do a quick one again. I hope you're doing well for this month. It's going to be an amazing active month, I feel, for everybody. I think with world things, I think individually, I really do feel a lot is going to go on. But you're being asked to be really super positive. Oh, good grief. What's going on? And so good advice. My oracle cards are always advice cards. And obviously anything that I say here, you have to use your own indiscretion, because I give advice cards. But we have to, especially in the Age of Aquarius, we are being asked to be more autonomous in our thinking than ever before, as we go away from institutions into the independence of the individual. So this is general reading. Quickly, I'll try and be quick. Love, relationships, family, friends, general, and finances and career. And then these are the advice cards that go over it. So in general then, we've got a lot of competition. It's 5 in general for all the air signs. Fives are always conflict promoting change, chaos, out of chaos comes control, and so there is with fives instability here. But the advice is to accomplish something. This is kind of putting your head down to the grindstone and really working hard at what you need to do to be able to bring, sorry, just move this, enable to bring some stability into your lives, because this is mastering. It's just get on with it. That's what it's saying to me. Just keep your nose down, get on with it, work hard. But let's see why. So we go over to finance then. Probably there's things and choices that you need to make. 7 is about reflection and assessing and a decision making. This person here in this card, your head is in the clouds, so to speak, because there's a lot going on, because it's cups, and cups are all about emotions, the soul, dreams, aspirations, also abundance and joy. What do you want to do? You know, what are your heart, where is your heart's desire when it comes to career and financing and how you want to live your life? But the advice here, this is 4. 4 is all about foundations, creating foundations. You're being asked to create a foundation, create stability and structure in your life. And what's interesting is with the Rider-Waite-Smith, they've put the 3 swords of growth, new growth, creativity is on the wall, and she puts a sword on top of him, but usually it's actually on the I don't know what you call it, esophagus. I think that's I always say that. I get mixed up between esophagus and what's it called? Anyway, you know what I mean. But yeah, his gravestone thing. Anyway, so moving on quickly. And that is to me of 1 is new opportunities and potential new beginnings, and he's keeping it to himself, keeping it close. So if you've got any ideas and it's asking you here, keep something close to you, but for growth and stability, step back a little bit, have a think, dwell on it, and that will bring prosperity to you or stability to you. Over in love and relationships, you've got this really bold knight that's coming through. When you've got the Knight of Wands, Wands is all about your drive and your ambition, that powerful, fast, passionate kind of boldness, the energy that you need in a situation. So in family, friends and loved ones, all loved ones, it seems here you've got a fire in your belly. But with the 2 of Swords, it's asking you to use your mind here, and your voice. And when we look at this advice card of the 2 of Swords, really we're looking at you know, awareness and choices, and going with a clear mind, and not being moved by sort of exterior circumstances or other people's drama, but being clear and balanced, because things are always going on in the background, and you've got the moon here, so we know that things are often swirling around us, but it's asking you to be of a balanced mind, and not really being your own counsel, so that you can make a decision on how you want to feel, think, behave, and what you want to say. So that's the general. Really good read, actually. And so bearing that in mind, then we're going to move to Gemini first. I am a little bit Gemini, and I know what it feels like to be in the mind of a Gemini, because my Venus is in Gemini. Gets me into a lot of trouble. So, but let's move on. I mean, I think the trick is with the air signs, you can be a lot in your own head, and you are able to kind of drown people out that you're not interested in. You're very good at compartmentalizing friends, compartmentalizing yourself, divorcing yourself from a situation. But at the same point, you're also going by experience. Sometimes you cannot see the wood for the trees because you're in your own head, and actually there's physical lessons that you need to learn. So bear that in mind, that you know, I mean, it's asking you to be positive in spite of circumstances from here, from the Oracle cards. Right, one last shuffle and then I will cut. And let's get on with you personally, Geminis. So that is the world. Nudie, nudie, nudie. That is general. Great. But you're always that, I feel. And then we have the Three of Cups for finances and career. Okay, so you know your own strength when it comes down to, I mean, whenever I meet a Gemini, Aquarius or Libra, they know their own mind. And when they don't know their own mind, they know that they don't mind their own mind. They know they don't know their own mind at that minute. And they tend to kind of retreat and think about things and then come back to the situation once they do know their own mind. And so really for me, this card is, the Strength card, is very much kind of the antithesis of you, I feel. So I hope, do you know the Strength card? So the Strength card is all about, she's Isis, she's seated in her own power, and the lion is the symbol of her queenship, the symbol of her strength in society, and she's feeling it. Okay, she's in control of it. She's not opening the lion's mouth, she's shutting the lion's mouth. She's in control of the lion. The lion is her. It is authority. The lion is authority. So she's sitting and or standing or kneeling, mattering to what sort of card you get. She's actually sitting, standing in her own authority. So the advice for her, wow, is the Empress. Yeah, again, it's about thinking positively. These are great, good grief. I mean, these are great cards. With three, you've got, again, growth and creativity, as much as, which is mirrored in the card where you have the Empress who's sitting in this beautiful pasture with nature all around her. She's, you know, holding up her staff and orb with her crown on, and she is the antithesis of Mother Goddess, Mother Nature. So the advice is, yeah, just sit in your own strength in a positive way, because she knows that as things die off and then, you know, new shoots of life grow up, the cycle of life, she understands that, embraces it and goes with it. Right, okay, so in finances then, I mean, this is harvest time, growth and creativity, which is a great card. It's celebration, the harvest has come in. But your advice is to be the King of Swords, and the King of Swords really is about, very, very much a Libra card, I think. But it's being about balance and having that sort of intellectual power and self-discipline, self-respect, being neutral. So whatever is going on, it seems very positive, but you're being asked to be very neutral and very, again, standing in or sitting in your own authority, because as he sits on the throne, he's King Solomon. Wow, Gemini. So let's move on then. This is upside down at the moment. There is a change coming in relationship, love, interest, or starting a new cycle. But it's not yet arrived yet. You could be in the middle of it changing over, because it's the World card. So there is a reset, but it's coming and it's not here yet. So I don't know what that means to you. It could be old friends going out, new friends coming in. It can be being in a relationship and it's going to move to a different plateau, or it could be getting rid of somebody and somebody new coming in. But the advice is to be, and here you've got this page of swords, and Page of Swords, he's a bit impetuous, he's kind of a bit slash happy with the old sword, and he is fearless, but he doesn't really know quite what he's doing, so he's kind of a little bit immature. So why would that be the advice card? And my thing would kind of be, you got to be a bit more confident to speak out, or is it the opposite? I need to think about this, because you know how you have young teenagers will kind of rush in and say what comes, is the first thing that comes out of their mouth, and you have to teach them, you have to think before you speak, but it could be new ways of communicating, and speaking up, even if in a situation you feel like, well, I don't really know what I'm talking about, and I'm not that brave, and possibly this is asking you to be brave and have that young spirit, where, I mean, to be honest, I've never found a Gemini, Aquarius or Libra that have been backwards in going forwards when it comes to speaking your truth. I'm kind of nervous to say speak more truth, because boy, you will slash, Geminis can slash with their sword quite brutally, and I don't think they realise half the time how brutal it is, but it can be very brutal. So bear that in mind. If you're the type of Gemini that isn't used to speaking your truth and actually kind of keep quiet, a little bit hesitant, possibly you need to look at the bravery and audacity of the Page of Swords and be a little bit more speaking your truth. Or the advice is, if you know that's not you, then possibly you need to find a different way to tell people. Possibly the old way of dealing with people is probably not the best way, and we need to revise new ways, because he's a learner. He has to learn how to wield the sword. So possibly you have to learn a different way. Right, let's move straight on, and that's in love and relationships. Right, so we'll move now on to Aquarius, and let's see where we're going with that one. I'm speaking really fast at the moment. Usually I struggle a lot with my words because I'm in my head and I'm thinking with my intuition and not my brain, and so I can be a bit But we're rocking through this one like no other. Real fast clarity. I'm not one for clarity. Anyone that follows on my channel. Right. Okay. I'm going to ignore that. I don't quite know where I'm going to put this timestamp. Shall I put it in the beginning or not? I don't know. Anyway, Aquarius, this reading is for you. Hope it did as wonderful as Gemini's, because that was very on top of it all. And we're going to cut love and relationships, general, and finances, and then the advice that you can take or not take. It's up to you. You don't have to. Wow, good grief, great cards again. So here for general, there's working together. working in a group, collaboration, or just growth and creativity. You're in that space of growth and creativity generally. And here we have the Libra card, but it's, you know, part of the air family. And we can see with her being the Justice card, and I've changed it as an 8 because that's what it should be. An 8 is one of mastery, accomplishment, action. And with the Justice card, it's karmic lesson time. It's a swift turnaround. It's on the earthly plane though. This is very materialistic. It's not spiritual, although it is the karmic lesson time, but it's karmic lessons about the material world. Here we've got the reversal. Something is reversing. It's, to me, I kind of view as the female King of Solomon's. Usually King of Solomon for me would be the King of Swords, but she is my female one because whatever's been going on in your life, there's going to be a reversal of fortune on the earthly plane because of it. So how do you view that as advice then? I'd just be prepared. I would be prepared as a generally speaking that there is going to be a reversal of fortune. But don't take that negative, you know, and because even if it's karmic lesson, it's there for you anyway, because it's there to help you move forward and onward. So in love and relationships, we've got the independent woman, the single independent woman, the affluent, feeling her power, whether she is married, single, or whatever. But this is to do with love, relationships, friendships, family, I mean, it's such a good card. It's the card of the woman who is independent of and who has got generational wealth. But it can be a man as well, you know. But the advice is to work hard. So, I mean, work at the relationships. I would just say that really. Just work at the relationships that you've got. Get your head down. Don't be blasé about it. Possibly you need to. There's some sort of action that you need to take in relationships, and whatever sort of relationships they are, because with the 8s here, I mean, some people call it anticipation, and something's coming and you're getting on with it and you're moving forward, and he's getting on with it, and that's just the sentence that comes to my mind. He's getting on with it. So there's something you've got to do, being seated as the independent person. You've got in family relationships, you've got to get on with something. So you may have been putting something off, but it's asking you get on with it. So whatever that is. So let's look at finances and career. Reset time, it's 10. So 1 and 0 is 1. 1 is new opportunities and potential new beginnings. And people view this as the end. I never do. It is the beginning of something, but you have carrying all of these wands of drive and ambition. You're holding them from all the way from 1 to 8 or 1 to 9. So you've learned all the lessons from 1 to 9. You now get to a reset and you're holding all that experience of what you've been through, using your drive, your ambition, your boldness and passion, and you're using all of that for the new beginning. That's why he's carrying it in front of him, because it's leading him forward to the new reset of change. And why? What's the advice? Well, the advice, I don't tend to like to do reverses, but anyway, this one's come up, so I'll take it. Something new is coming in because you've got 2 10s. So if this was upright, the advice would be, yo, great. You know, you've got everything. You're about to come into with cups, you know, you've got your dreams coming true, there's going to be luck and joy and abundance, huge amount of intuition, and just sit in that buzzness. But I would say if it's reversed, it's coming in. So it's not here yet, but it's coming in. And for me, I think you need to hold on to those wands and keep persevering. Persevere, because this will be coming into your life in whatever way. So for an example then, because this is work and finance, you're having a new adventure, you've got that drive with you, and let it carry you through, and if you do that, then this is only a positive, this is just such a positive card. So just keep on doing it, and it will eventually come your way. You will eventually see it, because you might be right now at the end of something and you're thinking about starting something new, and it's asking you to just carry on, just keep going, keep doing it. You will eventually see it. Right, wow, amazing. And lastly then, we've got not Pisces, we've got Libra. Hello Libras. These, I tell you, airs are rocking. So let's look at what we've got for Libras. Oh, I've suddenly gone all quiet and contemplative. Anyway, that word. I've suddenly gone very thoughtful. Calm before the storm comes to my mind, don't know why. Okay, anyway, right. Let's do a cut. Oh, right, reversal in love. Yeah, there's going to be a reversal there. Change. When that is in love, family, friendships, when you get that Justice card there, it's karmic lessons time. What's that metaphor? Chickens are coming home to roost. Have I got that right? Okay. Right, so this is my contentment card. Not that content at the moment, but hopefully things will change. Oh, that's reversed. Let's just have it that way. Well, let's have it this way, and then I might remember that. So yeah, here's my star card. Okay, the advice, let's continue, stick with this. Oh, they're all reversed. Right, once I get them all reversed, I just turn this around, because I know that actually, because I usually have all these upright. I feel that, sometimes with Libras, you can sit on your laurels a bit too long. And I know these were all reversed, but when you get things that are all reversed, that can also mean that there's some staidness somewhere. I kind of get there's a staidness somewhere. Decisions definitely have to be made with a clear mind. In general, decisions have to be made with a clear mind. You're being given a gift in love and relationships, and in finances, you've got something new starting, because it's 1 and 10, and 10 is 1 is new opportunities and potential new beginnings. So could be starting a new job, there could be a new venture coming up. You could be retiring. But this is a purely earthly card of earthly desires. With Pentacles, it's always about the material and physical world. it is my retirement card. But when we've got here, you know, when we look at the star card, this is something coming in. So being reversed, it doesn't look like it's coming in, but it will be coming in soon. That's how I always see it. This is, I know what I know. This is, I thought I knew, but actually it's something that is going to come to your realization, but it's not yet. But when we look at the star card, that is about being centered, and also it's about something coming towards you, and a realization. I feel for some people it's about the advice for the Ten of Pentacles is its completion and renewal. It is another card of generational wealth, but there's a great amount of peacefulness here and coexistence. And new knowledge and understanding about the material world is coming, and that's how you've got to view it. I think there's decisions to be made with a clear mind overall here. I mean, the star card is a great card for healing and health, but it's in finances and career. But something's coming in, and it will illuminate, and it will regenerate. You're in a place of, or you'll be coming into a place of regeneration, possibly. And it will feed and nourish you. But the advice here is moving to a different state in the world, and that's why it's my card for retirement, because you've got everything here that you need, and it's sitting back and having the ability to be able to watch what's really going on. And in watching what's really going on, that's where this Two of Swords comes into play, because you're able to see the truth. Because this is the truth card for me. And it's seeing things with clear mind. This is my contentment card, but he can have his eyes closed. I feel like his ears and his eyes closed, but here there may be some clarity. I mean, it is about balance, and it is about boundaries. It is about not being moved by your circumstances as well. It's remaining calm amongst a storm. It's about things that are hidden, but you're shining, you know, you've got your own light that you live by, and you're seated on a stone chair, which is almost like a throne. So it is being empowered. But I think prepare for something new. I think something new is coming, and I wonder if it's got to do with a relationship, or it could be family or friends. I think I feel like if relationships are changing, it's good, because it's going to move you to a different place. Okay, that's what I'm going to get. I'm not going to add any more to that. That's what I feel that is. Have a great month. Give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next month.